gonna look too closely at my teeth. I'm having a crisis. There's a cat in my backyard. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello, how are you? How has your week been? So today, I thought I'd film a video I've seen many of my favorite booktubers film before. But if you have seen any of my past couple videos, you would know that I am having a really fun time in a book slump right now. Now, I don't know if maybe it's just something that I end up in at the beginning of the year, because I was in a book slump at the beginning of last year as well. So maybe it just has something to do with like the new year, and I'm like more focused on like building new habits and like my New Year's resolutions, that I'm not focused so much on reading, because it's not that I am not enjoying reading. It is that I like the books for videos that I'm reading, like I'm having a good time reading them, but it's just I don't pick up my books as much as I normally do, you know? So this video is just going to be me reading books to try to get out of a book slump. Now I have two already that I am interested in reading. One of them being Behind the Seams, which is a book written by Dolly Parton about like the significance of different outfits and stuff that she's worn in her life and what impact like clothes has made on who she is and how she's lived her life. And then the other one is Powerless by Lauren Roberts, because I had a hold on this on Libby for weeks and it just came in. So those are the two books I'm thinking I'm going to be reading in this video. That could change. We'll never know. Well, we will know at the end of this video. That is what I'm just going to be doing. So this is just going to be you coming on with me as I'm reading these books, trying to see if I can get myself out of this reading slump. I think I'm going to read Behind the Seams first, because that one has to go back to Libby the earliest. So let's get started. Hello. We're not going to look too closely at my teeth because I have whitening strips on. Initial thoughts on Behind the Scenes. I'm really loving it. I love Dolly Parton. I love her. I'm like 11% into the book, and there's so many pictures, and it's really fun to read, and I'm really enjoying it. It says I've only got like 3 hours left in the book. Hello. So I finished Behind the Seams by Dolly Parton, and it was just a fun little thing. It's not a memoir, because for the most part she's not really talking about her life. She's sharing a lot about like the costumes that she wears, because she, you know, she's very known for wearing like elaborate outfits like all of the time. And so it's really highlighting like the different styles she's worn in the different phases of her career, and the people that she's had the opportunity to work with in terms of like wig designers, makeup artists, costume designers, and things that inspired different choices with her costumes and her outfits and stuff. And she really takes the opportunity to highlight specific individuals that she worked with for a long time, which is super fun to read about. And the book is just full of photos of outfits that she's worn and captions of where she wore it and who designed it and things like that. And it was just really fun to read, because like, yes, it's nonfiction, but it's also like not super intense. So I definitely want to read more. I don't know how many other books that she's written, because I've read Run Rose Run that she wrote with James Patterson, which I love. It's one of my favorite books ever, but I don't know how many other like nonfiction books she has like about her life and stuff. I want to look into that more and see what other ones I can find to read. But now it's time to start reading Powerless. So excited. Let's get into it. Okay. Hey, it's been a few days because I was trying not to read very much, because I was supposed to be consuming no media for a class assignment. That didn't go very well. But books are considered print media, so I was trying to read as little as possible. But now I'm like 40-something% of the way through Powerless. I'm loving it. But I completely understand why So one of my friends, she read Powerless a couple weeks ago, and when I asked her how she liked it, she was like, it's essentially just like a variation on the Hunger Games. Like, it's like a fantasy variation of the Hunger Games. Which I'm like, that is a very accurate description of this book. But that does not mean I'm loving it any less. There have been other books that I've read that have been very clear, very bad imitations of the Hunger Games, but I don't mind this one. The banter between our two main characters is unmatched. I am like getting butterflies like every 5 seconds and like smiling, and I'm just loving it. I think last I checked I was on like page 280 or something, and I'm honestly kind of thinking I could finish this book today. See, but guys, the whole point of this video was to like read to get me out of a reading slump. I don't know. I'm like, am I in a reading slump, or am I just not being purposeful in like intentionally reading? Like, is it really that I'm in a reading slump, or do I just not have as much time to read? Or is it just like the fact that like you have to acknowledge that you're not going to be 100% into every book that you read like as soon as you start reading it? Like, you have to give yourself a little bit of time to like actually really start enjoying it. I don't think I finished my thought earlier. There have been several times when, like in the past couple weeks, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finish this book today, and I have like half of it left. Like, I don't have any problem with like reading it and finishing it, other than like maybe there not actually being enough hours in the day, but like I have no problem with like reading it, you know? So like maybe I'm not in a book slump. I think at the end of this video, I am going to read to y'all. I'm going to read y'all some of my favorite quotes in this book, because y'all know I do not annotate books. I just get too into books to like remember to like highlight and tab them and stuff. But I'm actually like taking the time to highlight quotes in this book on my Kindle too, which the fact that I'm doing that, this says a lot about like how much I'm enjoying this book. Okay, my Kindle is currently saying it's going to take me 3 hours and 15 minutes to finish this book. I'm at 56%. And I don't have anything to do after like 8 p.m. tonight. And I'm not going to class tomorrow. So I think that I can full on finish this book tonight. Okay, well, so you won't be getting the peer reaction to these quotes again. I'll do my best to recreate them. These are quotes from Powerless. She's confusing, captivating, and we're completely wrong for each other in all the right ways. She's a flame and I'm going to get burned. An ocean and I'm gonna drown. Come on, imagine having a guy describe you like that. But in this moment, I don't want to die, if only so I can hear him say my name one more time. Remind me to make you smile like that again when you aren't dying, and I have all of the time in the world to memorize it. The sight of her so weak, so vulnerable, so unlike herself was enough to shatter a piece of the soul I'd forgotten I had. My fingers find her chin, and then I'm tugging her face back in my direction so I can look her in the eyes and say, I'm going to ask again, who did this to you? She's so stunning, yet so stubbornly oblivious to how the sunset behind dulls in comparison to the vibrance that is her. I am content to listen to you talk for hours, but if you must speak about fruit, then at least pick one we both enjoy. What do you want to call me? I want to call you mine. I'm having a crisis. There's a cat in my backyard. Anyway, all that to say, 10 out of 10 would recommend reading Powerless. Now, am I still in a book slump? That remains to be seen. It remains to be figured out. I'm really not sure. But I did really enjoy reading the books I read in this video. That's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling up to it. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.